Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
Jeff, you promised rain,
yes.
And Mother Nature delivered.
Yes, and we're still promising some cooler weather as well, which will help bring our temperature down, which has been a warm November so far. If the month ended as of yesterday, we'd end November 11 degrees above our long-term average.
And that would be higher than the 7 in the previous story, right?
Yes, exactly,
yeah,
exactly. But we know we have a cool down coming, so that is going to drag our temperatures back down and that average back down as well in the coming days. Let's kind of talk about it. The weather setup that we've got going on. Actually, a couple of cold fronts. We got one that's kind of stalled around the Mississippi-Alabama border. Ahead of that is where we have seen the rainfall today. And then the leading edge of the cooler air that we've been telling you about since last week, that is lagging just a little bit behind. In fact, it's in the 70s this afternoon, St. Louis to Dallas. But Wichita, Kansas, only 53, and it gets colder than that as you head back more to the north and the northwest. And it's going to be this front, when it begins pushing in tomorrow, that will start ushering in those cooler temperatures around here as we close out the week. Your Wednesday, though, still near our average, which is 63 this time of year. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, below average high temperatures in the 50s. Friday, probably the coolest day at 53. And then we will bounce back above average again, it looks like, towards the end of the weekend and as we work our way on into next week. So this will not be a sustained cool down, but the longest stretch where we've had temperatures drop off a bit so far here. Really since fall began back in early September. Still dealing with some rainfall out there, but the worst has kind of come and gone. Wave 31 Triple Doppler only showing some spots of mostly light showers tracking on through. We'll focus in on the shoals using our live radar there in Muscle Shoals. North of Florence, just a little west of Zip City, we got a couple isolated spotty showers. And east of Florence on 72, headed close to Rogersville, a little bit of light rain that extends in the northwest parts of Limestone County out towards the Lester area and just a little west of Anderson, seeing that rainfall as well. Leeton, some spotty showers for you also. In the east, still tracking some spots of wet weather, mostly concentrated here, Scottsboro, back over towards Woodville, Paint Rock. But we have had some light showers moving in and around Huntsville. We've had some mist and drizzle on top of the mountain here, Montesano, outside our studio for much of the afternoon. And likely that light precip is going to persist on into this evening, but we will gradually wind down the rain chances overnight tonight and get you back to dry weather and even some sunshine by this time tomorrow. Here's the latest from Future Radar, picking up on those spots of showers. We'll take you into the evening hours, even at midnight tonight. May still have a few areas of light showers or mist and drizzle out there. But as we work our way on into tomorrow morning, I think our biggest story out the door on your Wednesday, areas of low cloudiness and fog that will linger. That second cold front, you're actually going to see it here on Future Radar coming on through because it's quickly going to clear out the cloud cover as the morning wears on. And by this time tomorrow, likely closing out your Wednesday with some sunshine, and we will get to enjoy more of that as we wrap up the work week. Clear skies Thursday morning, but we'll be in the 30s to start, and again Thursday afternoon, even with that sunshine, temperatures will not get out of the 50s. Bus stop in the morning, the kids won't have to worry about getting rained on like they did this morning, but there will be some areas of clouds and fog around 58 degrees out the door. Headed home from school, probably about the same. We briefly hit the low 60s around midday tomorrow before temperatures will start to begin that cool down a little bit later on in the day. And windy day tomorrow as well. These are our expected wind gusts, and starting around mid-morning, winds will be gusting around 20 miles per hour, maybe as high as 25 to 30 tomorrow afternoon as that second cold front with the cooler air behind it begins to push on in with some gusty wind arriving immediately behind that. These are expected highs tomorrow, mostly into the low 60s, and for a lot of us, we hit these numbers 11, 12, 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and then temperatures will either level off or perhaps even drop a few degrees through the end of tomorrow afternoon. Here's your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day. Should be quiet through the weekend, but we've got those cooler days to get through. Highs in the 50s Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Morning lows starting Thursday morning down in the 30s. We're still looking at Saturday morning, probably the coldest, but may stay just above freezing in most locations, although a few of you could dip as low as 31, 32 first thing to start off the weekend. Back into the 60s Saturday, 70s. Not done yet with those this year. They'll return on Monday ahead of our next weather maker, which right now, middle of next week, may have some rain that hangs around on into Thanksgiving Day. Details to be determined, and likely a little bit of a cool down as well, going from those 70s early next week, back into the 50s for highs again, just in time for Turkey Day and Black Friday shopping the day after.
I heard you say 31.
Yes.
Did you say that?
Could be a few spots. I think
Wow.
we'll get a freeze Saturday morning. But officially,
piqued my interest.
Yeah, officially in Huntsville, you know, we've not gotten that first freeze yet. It's overdue.
Okay.
We may stay just above 32 again officially in Huntsville, but some of those colder outlying areas will likely be a little bit lower.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, thank you.
Uh-huh.